Okay, Double Track is a double IPA. Switched out Get Sendy, which was a hazy, and if you notice this one is not hazy, it is clear. Same kind of flavors going into it, but a little bit of like switch up here on the clarity, and that's just to kind of like keep it moving a little bit. You know, you do double hazies too often, and they get boring to people, so decided to switch this one up a little bit. But yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of hops flavor out of this. It's dry hopped. So this is a really interesting one to kind of like catch the aroma on and the taste and kind of hear from you guys like what you're getting off of this beer, aroma and flavor wise. So let's, if you get a minute here, give it a little bit of a sample and just shout out what you're getting out of it. Okay, one can't smell right now. Very good. What else do we got?
Sorry, guys.
Mango, fruity. Okay. Anybody else? Piney. Yep, a little bit of pine on there. Coriander? Interesting. Okay. Are you a coriander fan? Okay, interesting. Anybody here not like an anti-cilantro person? Yeah. Extreme anti-cilantro.
Like so, yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, am I supposed to not like this?
you're not supposed to do anything. We're not here to tell you how to experience your
That's
beer.
very interesting, but like cilantro is extremely soapy.
Okay.
Everyone in my family.
Okay.
Get that gene, but
Do you like this beer?
what was that?
Do you like this beer?
I'm not normally an extreme IPA person, but I like appreciate and understand.
You don't have to say that just because I
No,
made
no,
it.
no,
You
I
can.
do. I'm starting to ease into that, and like I do really like this one.
Okay.
But the cilantro thing, I always tell like when talking about beer to people,
Right.
I bring up for conversation like some people like this and some people won't, and everyone talks about cilantro being like so vastly different for some people. And
Polarizing,
bring
yeah.
up, like what other flavors are completely different, but we just don't talk about it, and that brings up a cool beer conversation.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. I like it. It's interesting that we mentioned coriander too, because we did just have a beer go on today that we've had on before, which is the Leipzig Goza that we brought over from Big Slide. We're not going to talk about it too much today, but that actually has a coriander addition into it. So to circle back to the coriander thing, and that I was just asking about that to kind of like see if anybody else was experiencing that aroma. I can see it. I can see how you get there, and it's always interesting to me to see how like different people pick different things out of the beer. So the three things that we said were mango, from three different people, by the way: mango, pine, and coriander. I can definitely get all. I can see how we all got there from those. I'm getting a little bit of pineapple on this. And some stone fruit as well, which I didn't hear anybody mention. So like stone fruit's like your fruit with like pits inside, so peaches, nectarines, that kind of thing, which makes it a pretty full spectrum IPA. So generally we're gonna try and go in one direction, like either tropical fruits and like that's where we're going, or pine flavors, which is a very like West Coast IPA staple. Clear Skies has a lot of pine flavors in it, or kind of that stone fruit direction. Here, it's interesting to kind of like hear that we're getting the full spectrum on that. So yeah, I mean, I'd call it like just it's like a catch-all double IPA. Like this is meant to be widely appealing to somebody who wants the bitterness, the hop flavors, and a nice ABV punch out of their beer. So yeah, that's the beer. Anything else that anybody's getting taste-wise? Nothing, huh? No, that's fine. I don't care. It's called double track. Double track, like the mountain biking term. I only realized after I named it that we've got now 2 beers that are double beers.
Oh, we got Dewey Double, Double Track, and then
Oh shit, yeah.
another.
Double track, Dewey Double, and Double
Yeah,
Buzz.
Double Buzz. Yeah.
Holy cow! All right, no more doubles.
Trust me, I know about it. Yesterday, he was like, I want a double. I'm like, a double what?
Yeah. Okay, fine. I won't name anything else. Double anything. Dewey Double's gonna kick pretty soon anyway. We had the belt, yeah, the first tracks, which is confusing as well. First, and it's a double, and all right, so we gotta straighten out our numbers here. But anyway, it's double track because it's a double IPA, and it was originally called something else, but I realized that all of a sudden we're into spring beers, and that this beer will be on tap probably for the next however long it takes us to get through it, but probably like a month, month and a half. So that'll take us into spouts of warmer weather. And I think the original name was Gone Ice Fishing, so that kind of felt like it wasn't going to fit into April. So I shuffled, renamed this Double Track, and that's the story that you probably don't really care much about. Okay, questions?
I have a question about how much of the Carney Crusher is left?
Carney Crusher's almost kicked, just put the last keg on today, and we're down to about 5 cases in the back. So we will. I'll pull it off. I'll pull it off if it's like on for too long and we find that it's not moving. It's still moving. Like, yeah, people are still drinking it. So, yeah, that's Carney Crusher. Good question. Okay, anybody else? Anything? Anything bothering you? Anything on your mind?
I keep getting asked what like our signature beer is.
Great
or,
question.
Like what our signature last night was IPA. So what should I say for that?
Great question. Okay, I've got 3 beers that I'm trying to always keep on tap. Currently, none of them are on tap. This is due to the fact that we're distributing those 3 beers, and we have to keep Hannaford and the other Price Choppers stocked. So a lot of what I'm making back there is going right out the door to those guys because 2 of those 3 beers have like really blown up in distribution. I'm happy to report. So those 3 beers are The Cure, which is kind of our signature IPA. I don't have it on tap. I had it in the case for a second. It sold right out in 2 days. Blackberry Sour, which kicked last night, but we're going to have some more come on soon. That's the Leipzig Goza is holding that place for us for a few days. And River Trail Pilsner. River Trail Pilsner I've got some more of, but one I'm holding in case we have any orders coming in. And 2, we've got a lot of good lagers on tap right now, including River Light, which I understand is going well. Yeah? We like?
Oh yeah, people are loving that.
Good. Okay. So yeah, so that might shift in. To circle back to your question though, those are like the 3 that we are both distributing, and I'm trying to get to the place where we always have them in-house. If you get a question like that, you can always kind of like give them kind of what we have at the moment. I would say River Light is something that we can kind of hang our hat on at the moment.
Okay, I think I said River Light, but then I also noticed like Pisgah and Clear Skies have been on the menu for forever. So.
Yeah, great. Pisgah and Clear Skies, definitely, I would call them kind of like second tier flagships.
Okay.
Like Clear Skies, I'm going to do some variations on. Pisgah, I might pull off for a little while. But the Cure, Blackberry, and River Trail Pilsner are the 3 that are just we're going to really like hammer home. As soon as we can get to the place that we are able to keep them stocked.
Are you just, is it just the Price Chopper and Hannaford and like Placid, or is it like?
No, it's distro as far as Plattsburgh, I think is as far as we go. But our grocery store accounts, we got to keep beer on the shelves because the second that you can't keep beer on the shelves, they pull you off the shelf. So we've got a great problem on our hands that the Cure and Blackberry Sour are like really blowing up all over the region. But, you know, it is a problem nonetheless. So figuring it out. Okay, great questions. Really, really fun time. I hope everybody's having fun. Yeah, have a great Sunday. Have a great shift. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
So guys,